Accountability. I didn't want to get too far into this presentation without talking about accountability. Because I didn't want you to walk away thinking that servant leadership is not holding people accountable, because it very much is. It very much is. You think about the fact that if we are actually holding people accountable in our organization, we still love them. Right? Think about what it means to be a parent. Hold our kids accountable? Sometimes unpopular? Yeah, absolutely. I was going to tell you, I just talked to my son last night on the phone, and it reminded me of a story with him. He was probably about 12 or 13. I was in his room, and I opened up the lap drawer of his desk in his room. And he's in the room with me, and he had written with a black magic marker on the bottom of the drawer, "I hate Dad." I looked over at him and I said, "Gary." "Oh, that was a long time ago. We're good now." Sometimes unpopular to hold people accountable? Absolutely. But if we really love them, we do. We need to have that professional distance in order to hold that accountability. It's a little bit of separation. I always talk about in my classes this whole, at the end of the shift, one of your people invites you to go out to the bar with the team for a beer. Do you go? I always get tons of different responses. Some people will say, "Yeah, I'll go at 1 o'clock and hold all the tables." Some people will say, "No, I absolutely wouldn't go." You know what? I'd go. I'd buy the first round and then I'd go home. Because they can't really talk about me until I go home. You know, I just told you about my son. This is my daughter, who's the lead zookeeper at the Lake Superior Zoo. If you have time on the way home, just stop by the zoo, find Macy, and tell her that Ted said you're supposed to get a special behind-the-scenes tour. All 700 of you. Macy just became the lead zookeeper about a year ago. And she called me up and she said, "Dad, I made it. I'm the lead zookeeper." She says, "What's the first thing I should work on as it applies to my leadership?" And her leadership coach is free. I said, "The first thing I want you to do, honey, is I want you to go ahead and break up with everybody. Just walk around breaking up." Because I knew, and she knows, that she has to establish a little bit of separation in order to hold people accountable. It doesn't work to have friends and be leading friends. I said, if they're Facebook friends, go ahead and befriend them. But establishing that separation to hold people accountable.